They say the future doesn't arrive, it's built. And right now, AI innovation is taking over how we live, dream, and work. Hi guys, welcome to the TLIG Tech Show. My name is Tiana.
And I am the Naomi Ray.
Alright guys, myself and Naomi, we're not doing this alone today. We have an amazing personality. In our midst, Philip Olajide, right?
That's correct.
Alright, do introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Alright, thank you so much for having me this day. And my name again is Philip Olajide. I'm the founder and CEO of Corin AI.
Okay, the founder of Corin AI. I mean, your portfolio is a lot, but it seems you just brushed it one. I saw you're a software developer. I read it something. I was like, okay, so I think you just want to make emphasis on the founder of Korin. Is it Corin or Korin?
Yeah, Corin AI as in sing.
Corin,
yeah,
Corin. You're like
yeah,
Corin.
sing.
What's Corin? Corin.
Corin is Yoruba for sing.
Yes,
yeah,
I understand.
So Corin AI.
Corin AI.
Yeah.
So that's really, really great. So myself and Naomi, we're taking you through some questions right now. Okay, so the very first one is what specific moment actually triggered you for the Corin AI? What's
Great.
that specific moment?
Yeah, thank you for that question. I remember last year, 2024 precisely, I was trying to work on my album. And I reached out to a couple of studios and producer. You know, the budget they were giving me were far beyond my plan. And, I was like, excuse me, it's just that I'm not going to do this production or what? So, and I thought to myself, well, I'm a software developer and I have background in AI. I study AI in IBM, that's International Business Machine. So last year I was trying to do online and I didn't know AI tools I can actually use to produce my song without these expensive studios. Okay. And I feel like if I'm going through this challenge, it means that there are millions of people out there that actually been shortcut because they don't have money to pay for expensive studio. And I started doing my research and I started working on some stuff. Fortunately, I was able to grab some online tools, but the most, very sad thing is that all these AI tools were actually built for Western world. Okay. So African languages, sound, and culture, they were actually omitted or they were just not paying attention to it. And I felt like this is a real problem. And if no one's going to take up this challenge with my background in music technology and also software and AI now, come on, I'm going to make this right. I'm going to solve this problem. And myself and my co-founder, we started building what we have today as Corin AI. It happens to be the first AI music lab in Africa.
Wow.
Where anyone, anywhere, regardless whether you have music background, you can just be a music lover and probably just maybe a marketing agency. You can actually turn anything, literally anything, sound, your ideas, your lyrics, your poem into sound. The most interesting thing is that it can be done within 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Really?
So what takes 2 weeks and 4 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be done in 3 minutes. Because we actually had in mind that if we're going to solve this problem, it has to be very fast, affordable, and accessible.
Yeah, exactly. That's very great. Talk about your co-founder. When I said I think his name is Solomon, right?
Yes, Solomon Gumboale.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's very great. That you're able to solve a problem. It's really a lot. And then we have Corin AI
That's
today.
correct. Yeah.
Something strikes me. Artificial intelligence sounds like, rhythmic intelligence. Because it just slaps so hard. I wanted to write a song with the app yesterday. And I was like, okay, this is really genius.
Yeah.
Hats off to you. It's really genius.
Very, very, very genius.
So the next, I know you spoke about, your passion for music and how you, delved into this AI to, create music. And you spoke about the shortcoming you felt like the Western AI had for African. Yeah. But can you give us more depth? Do you really, can you give us more depth on why you decided to focus on African music?
You see, we're in the fifth revolution of works, right? And it is called the AI and automation, right? So what it means is that from now henceforward, everything is going to be automated. And AI is going to be the future of works, which are already in right now. I'm just sorry to say, some of the cameramans here this afternoon, actually in the next couple of years, might not actually be here again. Because what that means is that AI is going to take up of these cameras because the way it's been built, right, the cameras just going to censor your faces, right? Okay. You don't have to be on the ground like this. It just be hung on someone on the roof. And they pick your faces and they're going to do the recording, they're going to do the editing real time, and they're going to upload it as in real time. amazing. So the reason why we are building is because, you know, most of the technology you see in our world today, Africa especially, we are always left behind. We always come in late.
Yeah, that's true.
And when we come late, they tend to dump this on us, and we accept whatever they have. And now that this thing is starting right now, right, we took it upon ourselves that now Africa might not feel like, well, we don't need this, but we've seen the future, right? Because the future is that we want to automate things and we want to make it very fast, accessible, and affordable.
Yeah.
So we started saying that we're going to build this, right? To everyone, it might not make sense, but give it 2 years from now, where everything is going to be like, I need to create a birthday song for my mom, and I need to do it right now.
Wow.
Just go to Corin AI, and you do that, and the AI is going to make it done for you. So you don't have to go to studio and wait for like forever.
So in Corin AI, you just like putting the lyrics there, right?
Absolutely.
The lyrics.
Just for instance, Naomi said, "Oh well, create a birthday song for my fiancé," and just had his name there, and just relax. You can just take a coffee and just relax, and in 2-3 minutes, the song is done. So if you choose your genre, probably maybe Afrobeat, a romantic,
put the beats
it's just gonna do all of that for you in just a minute. So that's why we're building that for Africa. We don't want to be left behind when this whole evolution begins, and you know the whole thing is becoming like, where were you guys when this thing getting built? Like, you know,
that's very.
We don't want that to be happening.
That's very insightful. But do you think this Corin AI can actually help in terms of a large music? Like, I think the kind of music you're talking about, just like brave music, like in terms of, you know, making a very big music, can you use Corin AI for that?
See, the interesting thing is that what we built, right, is still the same thing with what you have at the physical studio, because our data set were collections of real-time songs that have been done over time. All right, so I have my album on Spotify, 2 albums. We are all 100% produced and mixed and mastered by AI. All right, so if you really want to go big into the future of music, all right, and you're looking at low-cost production, all right, AI, it gives you that opportunity, you know, to be able to do that. You know, one of the interesting thing about what we're building is that everyone can express themselves. So if you're probably trying to pass a message, and it has to be a big project, maybe you want to reach like millions of people, especially Gen Zs, you want to get to people on TikTok and all of that, you can transform that lyrics or maybe an idea, maybe an educational topic or whatever into it, and it gives you the song. You could have it maybe in tracks. Maybe track 1, I'm talking about health. Track 2, I'm talking about, you know, how to clean your face, you know, and all of that can be together in just like 8 tracks. Put them together and upload them on Spotify, Apple Music, and boom, you're making money.
Like on all other apps, so aside Spotify, every other
any
app,
streaming platform, right? So one of our value proposition is, though the feature is not yet live, but you know, we just launched our MVP and it's in beta right now. So one of our value proposition is that all our content creators on our platform will be able to upload their song directly from our platform to DSP straight off. So you don't have to go through anything. We just give you the opportunity to just push your music to streaming platform, and from there, the world start listening to it.
All right, that's very great. So how was your vision, like, I mean, your background in music? I think you said you started music, right? So how has it helped your development in Corin AI? How did the background matter there?
Yeah, of course. You know, whatever you're building, whatever you're doing, you must have foundational knowledge, right? So, like I shared the story at the beginning, I studied music. For the fact that I studied music, I still couldn't afford expensive studio, all right? So I play at least 3 musical instruments. I play piano, drums, and of course guitar. So, and I understand rudiment of music, right? So this gives me like, if I even have all of this knowledge, I still cannot afford
a studio.
So now imagine a young guy just can you imagine? It's, you know, I was with a guy on Thursday and I was in a conference. I was one of the speakers. Then I just interviewed the guy. I said, okay, you want to release your song? Say yes. So why have you not been able to do that? I said, well, the producer is asking for 200,000. I said, I'm sorry. I was like, yes, you know, many times I was just like, yeah, but, and you know, because of that, I was shut out of the whole industry because I just couldn't. And you know more than that, because there have been amazing talent, people that have these gifts, they have the songs, they have the lyrics, but you know, we just don't give them the opportunity to express themselves because you know, we call this large amount of money. So this music background I have actually gave me the full knowledge that if I am going through it with my at least little knowledge in music, how about someone that doesn't have the knowledge at all? The person is completely out. So it plays a lot of role in this what we're building.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, when you were talking, you spoke on, expressing yourself. Now, let's just put a pin on expressing yourself. Now, talking about expression, how do you ensure cultural authenticity with your genres? Talk about higher life, talk about, Afrobeat, and with your app, how do you ensure that it's authentic and it's not just, something that just, drops from the sky, like it's really true to the core?
Yeah. So I said at the beginning that when I was doing my research, most of the AI we have there, they were all mostly built for Western world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might actually find some that's probably had this little. So when I was in my research and I discovered that Africa language sound were not actually considered for one reason or the other. I want to say that because they don't live here.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so they wouldn't probably consider that in their whole process.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why we are solving this problem. So we understand what African sound is.
Yeah.
With my background in music, I understand Afrobeats, I understand I understand Fuji, I understand all of these genres, and I understand this style. So when you come to our platform, as a matter of fact, if you go to our platform right, there are songs that people have been created, you would hear African as in native Nigerian African intonation. You're not going to hear no, because that is what we are projecting, right? If you check on streaming platform, Afrobeat music is topping the charts, right? So we really want to export, our sound to the world, right? Over time we've actually inherited Western music. Right, that's what Small grew up with. I remember those days in choir. We have to learn, Ron Connelly songs. We imported all of them because at that time we didn't have, people that could actually export African sound. But now, I tell you, with AI, we're just going to be chunking all our sound on there. Take it, come on.
Wearing your faces.
We're just going to throw it out. So that culture is what we are actually building on, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's very, very beautiful. So talk about Corin AI. So do you guys seek to empower musicians, or you guys want to replace them totally?
Oh my
you just
goodness!
Want to just eradicate them.
I keep hearing that over and over and over and over. And people, aside music itself, people have this promotion that AI is going to replace them. All right, the people that think that AI are going to replace are people that are scared, right? So I was on a program, I don't want to mention the TV station, and I was there, and the lady took us around the station. To my amazement, right, I saw that they virtually replaced some cameraman. Yeah, so when I saw it, my mind, I was like, these guys that were doing this job, where are they now? I don't know, but in that studio, I think it's about 50-seater studios, and they have about 6 cameras that are fixed.
Big.
Yes, and the lady said no one controls the camera. The camera just move automatically, and that means that if you are in this day, in our age, and you are scared, you actually gonna be showing way out. So for us in music, we are not replacing musicians. We are not replacing producer. We're just going to enhance what you have. So for you as a musician, is for you to embrace this skill, this technology, and see how. I'll give you a back date, right, to how music started. Back in the days when we want to record in studio, right, we'll have to just record everything straight off, whether there's a mistake or not, because there is no way to separate them. Right. So, but as technology began to grow, we started using Fruity Loops, Cubase to produce our beat. Right. But those days, you have to play a live drum. Everything. If anything goes wrong there, that's how we're just going to give it out. You get. But
true.
When technology begin to advance, you can play Fruity Loops. Those beats, you can actually separate them. Right. And you started introducing synthetic drums, synthetic keyboard. And things become more easier for us. The same thing is what this AI is going to do. So as a producer, when you use AI to produce, it's going to make your work much faster. All right. Make it more affordable. And also going to give new guys that want to come to the industry opportunity to be able to come into the industry. All right. Because everyone cannot be there forever.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
So how is the future of music going to be for newcomers? They're never going to do it the way the old way.
Sure.
They want to do it very fast. In our days, people like their Indomie generation. Like now. So as everyone must think in that direction, I want it to be done as in right now. So as a producer, you are thinking that direction. Okay, I think I should just go and learn how this works. right? So that if I want to produce, right, I can use this AI to produce my song, right? I can download the stems. The stems allow you to break down the beats, right? Separate the vocal, the instrumental, and means that the time that's going to take for you to do all of that, we've done it for you. You can just, okay, come and lay your voice on the instrumental, and that has been done. Now, I was talking to a producer, and he said that for him as a producer, one of the limitations he had was that he couldn't play all the instruments.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of the songs that he would like to produce, he just couldn't produce them. He just have to just do by what he has. But with this AI right now, he has seen something that he can leverage on. So that is what a producer should do. Should not be afraid of being, because should not be afraid.
Nobody's replacing you.
Nobody's replacing. But if you are not,
Careful.
you are likely, because by the time you guys come on board, all right, you're going to be having the likes of AI record label. Yeah, you're going to be having, of course, we already have AI singers, right? So it means AI record labels are going to be signing AI singers into their record labels. So you must be that very good. So the producer must bring your creativity into that AI now and give what the future wants. It's not we, it's the future.
The future. So you guys have seen the future.
Yeah,
we need to see it.
Yeah, you must see it.
I mean, tech sees the future
Yeah.
every single time. And one thing I picked from what you said, I can tell you said that this Korin, it means that your voice matters, your creativity matters. You matter, whether you're a singer, a producer.
Yeah.
It just shows that your voice matters, because if you look at it from the way we used to do things before with the normal studios, some people could not get their voice out there because of how tight things are.
Expensive, yeah.
But with Korin now, we can see that your voice matters, your creativity matters, your art
Absolutely.
matters, definitely matters. So moving on, can you walk us through feedback you've had from people that have experienced Korin as a software?
Yeah, so we launched our beta version, right, about 2-3 weeks ago, and currently we have about 200 people that are doing a testing, right, and there's been amazing, because some of the feedback we have received is that I've written this song a long time, as in lyrics, and every time I try to go to a studio, they would say it's 250,000, and and me, how much is my salary? I'll pay 250,000 for one song, and we have to do rehearsal. I don't have all the time, and so many people have just kept their song. So these actually people have seen that as a way to express themselves now, right? And again, for people that want to come into the industry, right, even if you don't want to use it 100%, this can serve as a demo, right? So you can just use that to create your song, use that to go sing somewhere. Oh, this is my demos, what I've done. So wow, okay, you can't tell, like in the days of TikTok right now, editing flies.
Yes,
you can't tell which of your song that's just gonna
fly. Yes,
so
exactly.
So instead of now going to spend so much in the studio to say you want to spend this amount of money, you don't have the money. With that little amount, right, you can get your song out there, right, and you can tell that can give you other opportunities. So that's not the feedback we have received so far.
Okay,
right?
So that seems that very, very great feedbacks you received from people. All right, tell us about any details about your early investors or perhaps your backers when you started the Korin.
Yeah, so our first believer in this journey is first founders, right? I remember when I was building this solution, I started building it last year, July, right? And when I was working through it, of course, it's number when you start, right? People don't want to see the idea. Of course, you need to have proof of concept. So I did a proof of concept. Then I was able to create songs. Jingles for about 15 or 20 startups, right? Just to say, okay, send me your whatever you do. I'm going to produce your jingle for your product. And they were like, wow, you're able to do this. So that proved to them that it is real. Then, fast forward, first founders saw that, if this is possible, actually. So those were first person that actually believe, right, and give us some small check to be able to do some of the things we have and some support we have.
Okay, that's very good. Apparently people believed in what you do. So are there close people or distant people that actually invested when you started the Korin here? Are they close to you, like family, friends?
Yeah, of course. We have family and friends. Of course, you also have family and friend.
Yeah, so they actually believed in you when you started. They're not like, what's this guy saying?
Yeah, like I said, there are people that didn't believe, and there are some that actually, of course, it's normal.
It's very, very normal.
It's normal. So people don't believe in raw ideas until it's actually formed. But now that they've seen it out there, a friend of mine reached out to me and we were on call for 22 minutes. Say, Philip, when you mentioned this to me last year, I didn't really understand what you mean. But I've been seeing your post online. I just said, let me just go and try it. Like in 3 minutes, I just went upstairs and I came down and I was hearing song playing. I was like, where is this coming from? And Philip, you don't know what you've done. You've just caused a revolution in the music industry, right? You're just causing something. So some of those people that didn't believe at the beginning, but right now they started seeing evidence and seeing things. And at the stage right now, there are still some doubts, which is normal because AI is still pretty new in Africa, right? But give it in the next 6 months, 1 year. Yes, we hear it.
Okay, that's great.
I mean, unbelievers becoming believers.
Yeah.
And people who are not believing, I will still believe. Like, everybody's still going to be a believer at the end of the day.
Definitely going to be.
Like, because, okay, now that's solid. Now, how do you see this Corin AI transforming Africa from a society of consumers into creators?
Well, one of the things that we are doing, as I would say, one of our go-to-market strategy is to empower content creators, right? Because Africa, we have a lot of message. We have a lot of message. So, and music is one of the ways in which these messages can be passed. And not everyone, I mean, can actually, we like to go to a studio or we'd have the money to actually go to a studio.
Definitely.
So with what we have right now, consumers are going to be turned to content creators, right? Means that if you have a message you want to pass across, right? So let's say, for instance, I'll give this example. You know, I used to teach in schools as a music teacher, and I know how difficult then, you know, for me to teach kids to learn a particular song, right? Because, you know, it takes time. With Read right now, I thought about, like, I just need to put that lyrics, generate it with our platform, and I send the song to the parent. The kids can learn the song at home by themselves.
Sure.
So when we come together, they already have an idea of what the song is. So those guys now, they're no longer just consuming things. They're now a creator. They too can now create it by themselves. By showing them this, you can go to our platform, all right, create this. So in Africa, excuse me, what we intend to do is to turn every as a matter of fact, everybody into a content creator. Wow. Express yourself. Tell the world what you've got. Tell the world your message. Tell the world what you've got. You know, just transform it, because everybody of us will like music. Music is part of our lives. Yeah. You know,
sure,
every day we move.
Music is life saving.
Yes, it's our life, so we love it. So we just want to do that, empower creators, whether you're a filmmaker, whether you are a marketing agency, whatever. Just know that you have been given power right now to express yourself.
Okay. Talking about everybody being a content creator, do you think is everybody that's going to do that? I was like, really, everybody will create content. Maybe just music. Like, is it everybody?
Like, maybe if we streamline what content is, because when we hear content,
we think it's just like the video, like
I want to come and dance.
Yeah. Okay, so I think music should be a content to them.
Everything, everything
content.
Online is content.
Okay.
Your text, your video, your sound, everything is content, because what social media, right, the algorithm plays with is content. Without content, none of us stays on social media. So when you see music videos, right, there is something that powers the video, the music. So now that AI is here, everyone can create their own videos.
Sure, definitely.
So there is no more limitations for you. So it can actually be a content. That's if you want.
No excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse.
Yes, no excuse. That's if you want. But we actually have a target market, which is upcoming artists, film producers, marketing agencies. You know, that those are at least our go-to-market strategy. Those are people we are targeting. But for music lovers, people that just want to express themselves, right, they also have the opportunity to do that.
All right, thank you for that. So what's the broader cultural and economic impact you hope that the Corin AI is going to have on the African industry?
Number one, everyone start making money.
Money. I
because
like that I put money for.
Because when you talk about the economy, because the moment your music is online, right, you start earning dollars. Whoa. So that's the economy part. Okay. All right. If your sound is good, so imagine if you're able to bring your creativity, especially if you're a writer, maybe you're a composer, you write songs, you write poems, and your poems are very, solid, right? Wow. Those poems, you can turn them to sound right now. And so that can serve as a means, as a source of income for you. So that's the income part. Then in terms of culture, right, the world will get to hear our sound. Afrobeat is doing well, but there are some African sound that are yet to be exported to the world, right? Amapiano is there, Afropop is there, but there are some sound that are yet to be exported. So in terms of culture, the world will start hearing our sound, because when everybody knows, one thing about our God, the way God created us, is that our creativity is there, but you just need tool to just give you that expression. Now there is a tool, you'll be having that idea, there's this thing I want to do, there's this thing I want to do, but because at the time, there is no way to express yourself. So with this tool right now, those things you have in your mind a long time ago, some of you just have to go to those days in secondary school and to write songs. Every time we just write. If you can find those books, just get it right now. So in terms of culture, we're just going to have our culture being exported to the world. Everybody can now hear our sound. And we've seen people in the world that they love African sound. They just love African sound. So more of those sound will be exported.
Okay. That's very insightful.
That's solid.
Thank you.
A real 10 over 10. All right, now let's walk us through the challenges you might have faced: technical, cultural, legal, building Corin AI.
There is no tech solution that doesn't have a challenge, right? So, like I said, I started building the platform last year, July, right? Precisely on the 24th. And the first challenge is, where do I get the money to build? Because AI is expensive.
Wow.
AI is expensive. So beyond just just want to create song, there's GPU, there's cloud, there is development, there is data collection, data set, AI guys and MLM guys. So this runs in dollars. So the first challenge I had was that, where do I get the money to build this, right? I'm a software developer, I have this AI, but I can't build everything. I still need some guys to come on board. So that's where the challenge of funding. But, we've learned over time that use what you have at the moment. So that was what I did at the beginning, which was that I have a proof of concept. Okay, I can do this. As a matter of fact, that time I didn't charge anybody. It was free of charge. I just wanted to prove to you that I can turn your ideas into sound. And I was able to prove it to about 20 people.
Wow.
And that was the beginning. So in December, I participated in the Generative AI Hackathon. It was in Australia, and we about 4,000 people from about, I think, 80 countries. So I and my team, we came third. All right. So, and this gave me more about wow, if I could be selected, among 4,000 people, and it's amazing. And I was like, well, it's good. So some of the fund I received from there, at least some of the prize I received, and started putting that into works. And fast forward around March, that was when first founders saw, at least these guys are doing something. And the challenge that I had at the beginning, were actually just dropping down one after the other. Though at the moment we still have some challenge, which are, of course, is the second level where we are. Because the second level right now is that we actually are hoping to raise our proceed, because we have a lot of things we have not yet done. If you check our platform, what we have there is just, and we call it MVP. Okay. What we have in the works is much, 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 much than that. Is much more. So whatever you are seeing on the platform right now is just a little iceberg. You have not seen anything. That's not where we're going. So to be able to climb that stage, of course, funding is going to be required, right? I'm going to need a lot of guys, a lot of people. So we have challenges at the moment. And one of the major challenge, I think, in terms of Africa and AI, why people are running away to build AI product, is data collection. So data is expensive. Where do you want to source data? If you're going to source data, how are you going to pay those guys to do that? So it's one of the major challenges, because in Africa, we don't have data sets that are organized, right? So you have to go from one end to another to gather those data. So that's one of the biggest challenge. And that challenge is data center, of course, which we see that some companies are now doing, but we currently leveraging on AWS, which is, of course, what everybody's using. So if all those challenges are completely taken off, you see Africa dominating the world of AI. We are ready. I'm telling you, my guys in the AI, we are ready to dominate the world. But see all those challenges I've mentioned: funding, number one, be able to get data, be able to get data center. All of these are challenges that in Western world is not a challenge for them. These are not challenges for them, because investors have put in money down. Some of them have put their money for 10 years. Guys, just go build. We're not talking about profitability. Just solve this problem. We know when you solve this problem, when we begin to use the solution, we know the money is going to come. But in Africa, we'll see differently. Let me invest now. I want to get my money back tomorrow.
It's about the profits most times, every time.
So that's challenges we have right now.
That's good. Oh, all right. Tell us what's next on the roadmap, like your new features, even your global partnerships. Tell us what you have for the users? Like, this is coming, something like you have on board. Like, if there are new features for your Corin AI and also your global partnerships.
So we're going to be shipping out some new updates and features. At the moment, we're looking at users being able to, upload their voice, right?
Okay.
So you can upload your own voice, and the AI is going to mimic the voice, then give it to you, right? We're working on that. It's still part of the challenge. Then again, there are some other little features that, of course, like I mentioned, you would be able to push your music from our platform to the distribution platform. That's DSP. So this means that you don't have to worry, because I remember when I first released my album in 2014, I didn't know that there's anything called DSP, right? I was begging bloggers, pay them. Like, so when I sat down and I looked at how much I pay those guys, if I had put this money on DSP, I would have made more money. But no knowledge. Nobody told us. We didn't know. But imagine if at that time there was just a seamless platform that I could just push my song, right, and I push straight. So we are seeing that it's going to be a challenge for content creators on our platform. So when you create your song and you really want the world to hear your song, maybe you're not even caring about profitability, but just want world to hear about your sound. So from our platform, the feature is that you'll be able to push your music from our platform to those distribution platform, and people can hear a song on Apple Music, on Spotify, YouTube Music, and all of those platforms. Then, of course, our global partnership, we are working on them. Some of them we are still in talks, because, of course, we have not yet seen some of the partnership. I'm able to mention that, but of course, we are looking at amazing partnership with global platform and all of that.
Okay, that's very, very great. So aside partnership, do you also look out for collaboration, or you're just doing your thing yourself? Like, do you also want to collaborate with people?
If you guys are ready, I'm ready.
Okay.
So collaboration is, of course, no one walks the journey alone. Of course, there are collaborations that is going to help Corin AI to get to that particular milestone that we have set. So we're looking to have collaboration with telcos, of course, radio stations, right, marketing agencies, right, because those are people that actually need some of the product we're building, right. So those are some of the collaborations we have, and some international organizations that, in Nigeria recently, NCC, Nigerian Copyright Commission, said that DJs will not be given opportunity to play people's song in the public.
Really?
Though these laws have been there, but they've not been actually followed up. So you can't just be playing people's song in the public without licenses. So now they are actually coming after the DJs. So what that means is that you can't play anybody's song without license, because you just go to plan, download their songs, and they pay you for those services, and you don't pay them back, right? So some people's rights that intellectual properties have been, which in developed country you can't do that. DJs cannot just play your song. There must be rights. Probably you've gone to the record label, you've collected some, you pay them. So this means that DJs, event services, marketing agencies, radio stations cannot just be playing people's songs for free on stations again.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So they will need content.
Okay.
To keep the shows going on.
Sure, definitely.
You need to keep your audience engaged. So where are they going to get songs from? So imagine that they have to pay all the top artists in Nigeria and go and pay them. Oh God, please, let us pay some more money. How many people are they going to pay to be able to get the right to play all their songs on radio stations? Not all stations.
Sure.
That's where Corin AI comes in. So this collaboration gives that some of our content creators, they've created amazing songs across Afrobeat, they can keep your radio stations, they can keep your events roll back to back, and you never get bored. So this is where the partnership comes in. You can connect to our platform, right, through the playlist that they've created, and keep your radio shows going on, keep your event rolling, and nobody. Let me shock you guys. I was at Abuja at an event, and the host, I was told that our songs are going to be played throughout the event. Okay. I only was aware. Every other person wasn't aware. And they kept playing the song. Everybody was enjoying the song. In the middle of the event, the host just said, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to bust your bubbles. The songs we listened to from the start of the event was created with AI. Jesus, like, excuse me,
Nigerians.
like they could not like. Excuse me,
like
they started can we go back? Can we
listen to the songs again?
So it was like just that. Wow. So they never thought that they could actually have that kind of feel, because you just cannot. There's no difference, because we're just like back to back, Afrobeat vibe, and those bedu. Everything was going. So that's some of the collaborations we actually going to see happening with Corin AI. Because truth of the matter is that you just cannot pay everybody. So you need affordable content to be able to keep your platform goes on and all of that.
Yeah, that's true. So how does Corin AI deal with copyright? You guys do, and how do you handle copyright?
AI copyright is the major issue. But what we are doing differently is that we are not just scrapping online for data. One of the things we're doing is that we pay people, right? Oh, can you contribute to what we're building, right? Or some of them that they are probably producers. We have a list of them that, this is what we're doing, right? We'd like to just have a right of what you have over 10 years, right? How much we pay them, they give us those data, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So in terms of copyright, we own them.
Oh, okay.
So some of them that we have to take them to studio, we license their voice, they have a royalty we are being paid to them often. So it might be partnership, might be, we're giving you 0.2% of everything that is work on the platform, right? So that's one of the things we are doing in terms of copyright. So no one can come to us and say, you're using our voice. No, we're not doing that. So because we understand Africa, and because this is just the beginning of AI. AI is still much going far than this. So we, at the beginning of our whole thing right now, we are tackling all of this stuff with copyrights by, talking to the right agencies, talking to individuals that can be a contributor to what we are building, because it's going to be a win-win at the end. So your voice, nobody has heard about it. Now we're giving you an opportunity. Be part of what we are building. We give you a royalty. Imagine for life, even when you no longer live, your royalty keeps coming in. So that's some of the things we're doing differently.
That's very, very great. All right, give us a final word to the audience, to any music producers, or to newbies who are also looking forward to being this AI stuff. So just give a final word to them.
First, I would say, don't be afraid of AI.
Okay, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid of AI.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid of AI. AI is the future.
Okay.
Automation is the future. Everything is going to be automated. So pick up your calls, pick up the programs, and start learning how you can incorporate AI into your day-to-day life, right?
Okay.
Across all your lives. Across whatever you're doing. Aside the fact we're talking about music, everything around your life, see how you can incorporate AI, because it's the future, right? And for producers, the best way to see synergy, right? Never you be afraid. You remember the days of synthetic drums. You remember those days, but now we have it differently.
Yes.
No synthetic drums again. Everything can be done. Just a touch of a button, and everything keeps going. So let's embrace the future. Nobody runs away from future, because that's where we are going to. Yeah. So it's better you just start right now than when you get there. Like, how come I was not carried along?
How I get here?
How did I get here? So you can't just start now, right? Because where the old wave is going to be changing is 2030. Because that is where the real automation is going to hit, like
in 5 years' time. Boom.
Yes, it's going to hit like boom. So everything is going to like just wait happen during COVID.
Yeah.
The remote work and everything just changed everything. So it's just going to happen like that.
Wow.
5 years down the line from now. So let's start getting to it right now.
Should we be scared? 5 years' time. No, me. 5 years' time.
No worry. Future is AI. We are in this.
We are going to get there together.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We have come to the end of the show with Philip Olajide. Have you heard of Philip's Iron? Like, do you know Philip Iron, Naomi? Philip Iron. When you hear Philip, there is always more to Philip. So I was relating to his name. That Philip Iron is a very strong iron. So I guess
iron. Okay.
So when you hear Philip, just know there is something loaded. And there was something loaded in Philip Olajide. No, for the first, when he was coming, I thought I was going to see one man like with his suits and tie.
All these tech people.
I was like, they used to dress sophisticated, but then he gave me simplicity. I was like, are you sure this guy is a tech guy? No.
Tech bros.
And then he gave it to us all. So I'm very sure you guys have learned one thing from Philip Olajide. You can as well reach out to him. I'm sure you have your platform. So would you like to share your platforms for us here?
Yeah, so you can go to www.usecorinai.com, www.usecorinai.com. right there. You can see all the things we're doing, and all of our social use Corin AI. That's all our socials.
All right, use Corin AI. I'm also looking forward to that. Corin AI. I think Naomi, we can really sing. Naomi knows
You
how
guys
to
should go
sing.
sign up and
Naomi even knows how to sing.
Yes.
to get some free credits. We're just gonna give you like 20 free credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Use Corin AI today. I already started.
Yes, let's get
Thank you for that shout
started.
out.
All right, guys. So this is the end of the TLIG Tech Show with Mr. Philip Olajide. It was really
Thank
nice
you.
having you.
Thank you.
Was it nice you being here? Like,
Thank you.
It's like you're not even having camera fright. Some people used to have camera fright. Like,
Sometimes you have
You can do
to
this
talk.
over and over.
Hey, don't look at the camera. It's fine. It's fine.
all right, guys. The next time where you will see us, my name is Tiana.
And I am the name you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.